So, I wanted to update you guys about our life. I know that probably if you stumbled across our YouTube, you don't know much about us. I was going to take a shower and look really nice to make this video, but I just found out that our water got turned off because we had a water leak last month and we got it fixed, but then they wanted us to pay like $800, the water company. So we turned in our forms so that we wouldn't have to pay both of them, right? But I don't think that someone did what they were supposed to with the form. So couldn't take a shower, long story short. So here I am in a hat and looking great, right? But I know that you guys, if you stumbled across this YouTube, you probably don't know much about us, but our friends and family, I want to use this YouTube for several reasons. One, I love sharing things about our life, about my life. I've always loved it. I've always loved creating stuff. It's why I love being a photographer. It's why I love even working at church, just because I'm able to create and make things and design things, even though like I have no experience in design like through a college or through anything like that. This is an amazing time that we live in. Google is amazing. You can YouTube anything and find out how to do it DIY or Photoshop. Like, how do I do this? So it's so much fun to do stuff, create stuff, and just be able to give yourself room and to breathe and do that. So I love to make videos because it's fun to put things together, to talk to people, to let people know about our life because it's hard to keep up with everybody all the time. And I know people are like, why didn't you tell me about this? Why didn't you tell me about that? So I think that videos and, Facebook, stuff like that is the best way, social media. So I'm Caitlin Wilson. My husband is Andrew. He actually went downtown to try to get our water turned back on, so that's why he's not in this video. It's kind of just an impromptu video. I know that we just haven't been very good at posting videos. So I'm Caitlin. My husband's Andrew, like I said, and life has been crazy lately. So life has been so crazy. My dad has been a pastor all my life, and me and Andrew just took over the church that he has pastored for 35 years. And he's off doing amazing missionary stuff. So that's crazy. It's been wild and fun and challenging, but it's exciting to see what God is doing, and to trust him and trust that he can help you and equip you, because it just feels like most of the time that I don't got what it takes. But like Stephen Furtick said, I can handle it, guys. uh, so so yeah, that's been crazy. And then last year in July, we went to an info meeting about being foster parents, just because we were like, this is something that we have been interested in. One of our best friends, she has been a foster parent. Some other people that I've known for a long time, have been foster parents, and I just heard how rewarding it is, for the children, but also for you. I think it's an amazing journey, and I think that kids need that. I know lots of people say, well, um, like, oh, that's gonna be really hard when you have to let them go back home or whenever they move on to their the next of kin or whatever, however that works. But I feel like as Christians, we're not called to be selfish. We're called to be selfless, right? And so if you're not fostering because you're afraid of your heartbreak, you got to reevaluate yourself. That's all I'm saying, because it's not about you, it's about the kid who needs and the family who needs that help and that support. And I mean, true religion in the sight of God is helping orphans and widows. That's what James, I think 1:27 says. And that's probably the only verse reference I know, except for another verse that I actually knew the other day. I'm just not good with like the titles, right? So I'm a pastor, so I'm working on it. Just gonna be honest, guys. So honest with you. Everybody's got work to do, and that's one of the things I've got to work on, just remembering where things are. I've never been very good with organization. That's probably one of the things that goes along with it. So we're on that journey for foster care. It's exciting and it is challenging as well. Apparently, we just decided to take all the challenging and exciting things and just do them all together, basically. So that's what we've been doing lately. Photography, we're still doing photography, um, and that's so exciting. It's so exciting because I get to be creative, but then also it's like I've got to learn how to balance life. So that's the journey I'm on right now. Um, we are on a mission as a church and as just a couple to change our city and make it somewhere that everyone wants to be. Um, and I think that's what all the quotes say, right? Um, what is that quote that everyone quotes, like, be the change you want to see in the world? So I want to live in a city that's amazing, and God has called me here, so I got to change it to be amazing. I've got to be amazing for my city, and I've got to, help my city be amazing. So I'm gonna do my best. We're gonna do our best. So I encourage you, whatever city you live in, whatever place you are in, be content there. I know it's hard sometimes. You're like, oh, I hate this city or whatever, but be content there and just be the change that you wanna see. I'm so tired of posts. I'm really sorry, guys, but I'm so tired of posts on Facebook about all kinds of stuff, just anything and everything negative, all the news, political or not political. I'm just so tired of it because I want to see people out there doing things. I want to see people connecting with each other, whether they are Democrat or Republican, whether they're whatever they are, whatever differences you have, you can connect with people. You can find something in common. You can get along with people. You can love them. Even if they do everything that you think is wrong, you can still do it. You can still love them. In the Bible, in Matthew, I don't know where the verse is, I'll find it. But it says that if you're loving people who are just easy to love, like friends and family, that's not really loving. That's not what God has called us to do. He's called us to love the people who are hard to love. He's called us to love everyone, not just those people who are easy to love. So if you're just loving and it's easy, that's not what God's called you to do. You got to love the people who it's hard to love. It's a struggle. Sometimes it's difficult. And that's the love walk that He has sent you on. So, I'm not going to make this too much longer. I obviously will have an update later with Andrew because I don't want to just be on the channel by myself all the time. I don't want to try to start a trend here. But, I just encourage you guys to just thrive where you are and get some momentum going in your life, and that will help you tremendously. I don't even know how I'm making this video right now because every time I think about making a video, it just feels like, it's so overwhelming. So I just turned it on and I started talking, and here we are. So I encourage you that wherever you are, just to do what God has called you to do. I know that God has called me to do a couple things that I'm like, how am I going to do that? But I'm going to figure it out. And I know that He's going to help me, and I believe that He's going to help you too. So wherever you are, just be encouraged today. I believe in you, and God believes in you too, and you're going to do awesome. So don't worry about it. No stress. All right, guys. See you later. I will have another video with Andrew in the next couple weeks, hopefully. Bye, guys.